I was thinking about the first time I met you was before Friends even went on the air.
Yes.
It was 94, and your show was gonna...
That was 19 years ago. Oh,
yeah.
my God.
Yeah, and your show was a...
We were at the Riga Royale with
right.
Lisa Kudrow.
And I've been lifelong friends with Lisa Kudrow,
yes.
and she said, I'm launching this new show
right.
with my friend Jennifer Aniston, and I was like, good luck with that.
Who?
Yeah, I know how to pick them. And I said, this isn't going anywhere, kids. But I went and met you. I remember...
we had like a breakfast with you.
Yes, exactly.
And you were very tall, very red, tall hair.
That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said about me.
But it was. I was very impressed with this very tall, and it became your thing. So
it became, I was like Big Bird.
It became your logo. Yeah. It's worked out for you.
It has. I remembered it's funny because, what's today? Yeah, today's Thursday.
Today's
Tuesday.
Thursday. Oh, good on you.
Tuesday, back me up here, crowd. Hey. Really? You know you have a good crowd when they're cheering that we know the day of the week.
Then we know the day of the week. Woo!
On Tuesday, Lisa Kudrow was here, and she said
yes.
that there was a recent hoax about a possible Friends reunion.
Yeah, I heard
that went viral, and it had a lot of people believing it. Lisa said even she believed it. She said for like an hour, she was like, I guess they didn't ask me.
That's hysterical.
Yeah.
But I have to tell you, I heard that story, and actually, I oddly enough had a dream last night that actually happened to me. That I saw, I read it in the paper, and that that the Friends reunion was happening, and I just didn't get called. Isn't that weird?
Yeah,
I think it created that anxiety of like, what if that did happen, and they're all cooking up a show, and like a Thanksgiving episode, which I always thought were my favorites.
Yeah.
And then what happened to Rachel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be, and then they like cast someone else in your part.
Yeah.
It's like Andy in a wig or something, and people are like, what? And they don't, yeah.
That almost happened though, at the very beginning of Friends.
Oh, is that true? What?
They actually had girls auditioning because I was double booked on a television show. I was doing another show. So then CBS picked that show up to sort of spite Friends for 3 episodes. And then so I was literally, remember we took our first, group, we were doing our first sort of promo shots. And, I had to stand out of like a bunch of them just in case they had to slot somebody else in.
That is so weird.
Yeah.
Of course, now it's impossible to think of that show without any one of you. You know what I mean?
I know.
That's impossibility now.
Yeah, well, it's impossible. And it never will be possible.
Yeah.
Because it's over.
Well, unless someone invents a time machine.
Invents a time machine.
Goes back and puts me in one of those roles.
Who would you want to play?
I ruin it.
No.
I'm like Matt LeBlanc's part. Hey! People are like, that guy's awful.
I don't think you'd do LeBlanc. Maybe Schwimmer, Chandler.
That what you see me as? I'm a Schwimmer?
No, Chandler. No, you're not.
They'd have to write around me.
Maybe the naked guy.
I could be the naked guy, and they actually show me, and it's like the whitest nude body anyone's ever... I want this crowd to back me up.
They thought that was funny.